Togo is a republic governed by President Faure Gnassingbe, whom voters peacefully re-elected in 2020 in a process international observers characterized as generally free and fair. Opposition supporters alleged fraud but did not provide any credible evidence. The international community accepted the election results. The 2018 parliamentary elections also took place under peaceful conditions. The Economic Community of West African states considered those elections reasonably free and transparent, despite an opposition boycott and allegations of fraud. The national police and gendarmerie are responsible for law enforcement and maintenance of order within the country. The gendarmerie is also responsible for migration and border enforcement. The National Intelligence Agency provides intelligence to police and gendarmes but does not have internal security or detention facility responsibilities. Police are under the direction of the Ministry of Security and Civil Protection. The gendarmerie falls under the Ministry of Security and Civil Protection on many matters involving law enforcement and internal security, but also reports to the Ministry of the Armed Forces. The Armed Forces have some internal security duties and report to the Ministry of the Armed Forces. Civilian authorities did not maintain effective control of the armed forces, gendarmerie, or police, and government mechanisms to investigate and punish abuses were often ineffective. There were reports that members of the security forces committed some abuses. Significant human rights issues included credible reports of cruel, inhuman, or degrading treatment by government or on behalf of government, harsh and life-threatening prison conditions, arbitrary arrest or detention, political prisoners or detainees, arbitrary or unlawful interference with privacy, serious restrictions on freedom of expression and media, including enforcement of criminal libel laws to limit expression, substantial interference with the freedom of peaceful assembly and freedom of association, serious government corruption, lack of investigation of and accountability for gender-based violence, including domestic or intimate partner violence and child, early, and forced marriage, crimes involving violence or threats of violence targeting lesbian, gay, bisexual, transgender, queer, or intersex persons, enforcement of laws criminalizing consensual same-sex sexual conduct between adults, and existence of the worst forms of child labor. Corruption and impunity for abuses were problems. The government took limited steps to investigate, prosecute, or punish officials who committed abuses or corrupt acts. Violent extremist organizations committed numerous abuses during violent incursions into the country's territory. The government